Talk about probiotics. It's a term we hear a lot about. So I got Dr. Tomah Phillips with me, naturopath, and he's going to answer a few of our questions. What are probiotics good for? What do we use them for?
Yeah, so probiotics can be used for a variety of conditions. So we all have natural gut bacteria, and everyone has a slightly different amount, and probiotics is basically putting the good gut bacteria back into your system. So this can be often used following antibiotics. So when someone uses antibiotics, it's clearing out not only bad bacteria, but good bacteria as well. So we want to replenish that. But a variety of other conditions can benefit from probiotics. So lots of skin conditions like eczema and psoriasis can benefit from using probiotics. Digestive issues such as IBS can see a benefit with probiotics. Even some mood and mental health issues, we see a link between gut health and anxiety and depression, and perhaps a role for probiotics there as well.
And how do you choose a probiotic?
Yeah, so it's a good question. So an interesting thing to look at is how do you actually read the probiotic label? So if you look at a label, you're going to see all these different names and different numbers on them. And what you want to be looking for is it will have a name that has the genus, the species, but also the strain. And so the genus will be something like Lactobacillus, but that's a fairly vague thing to say. That's like saying like a German car or something like that. It doesn't tell you too much. Whereas when you look at the species, it would be Lactobacillus acidophilus. So that might tell you the actual type of car that it is. But what you really want to see on the label is the strain. So this will be Lactobacillus acidophilus, and the strain is CUL60. So the strain is what actually has the research on it, and the strain is giving you the most information. That's the actual model and year of the car. So you actually know what you're talking about with that. So if a label does not list the strain, I would say you probably want to look for one that actually does, because that means the company knows what they're talking about. Okay. So that's one way you want to look at it. Each of the individual strains will have some different research showing benefits in certain conditions, and often you'll see a multi-strain probiotic. So it has a number of different strains, and that's because we have so many different species and types of bacteria in our system. We want to see greater diversity. So you'll have a multi-strain would be a good quality probiotic. And as one that I particularly like to use that can be used on its own is called S. boulardii or Saccharomyces boulardii. This one's particularly helpful for if someone's used antibiotics or they've had food poisoning or a traveler's infection and they're having some loose stools, diarrhea. The S. boulardii can really help for that, and there's some good research backing that.
Well, that's great. I appreciate your time today. And if you'd like to learn more, please give our office a call at 604-742-0702.